Well, everybody, we're back for another vlog. As you can see, I'm back in my truck. Turn them off. And back doing Brisbane, but this week it's a change around. I've been relocated onto one of the other Brisbane runs. So tonight being Monday, I would normally do a changeover. That's my second trail already. I would normally do a changeover tonight, but I'm going straight through. So that means I do a changeover on Friday night, which is a bit of a bugger for me because it means I don't get out till late now on Friday night, which is about this time. What is it? 20 past 8 at the moment, which means I'll get home about 3 hours later than I used to do on a Saturday. So them's the brakes. That's trucking, as they say. So I'll get this thing hooked up and we'll get ourselves out of here and get our ass on the road. I tried to do a video last week. I ended up deleting everything just because when I looked at the footage and stuff like that, I gave up on it. So it happens. It happens. So I deleted all the footage from last week's video. So that's what goes on. But I'll yeah, like I said, I'll get this thing hooked up. He'll be out of there in a second and he'll be up behind my truck. And here he comes. So we'll be away in a minute. Looks like he's going to put it in the breezeway for me. So hook up under the shed. Top 35, good to go. And it's a little over half full. My A trailer's chockers, B trailer's a little over half full, about half full. I don't know if they're going to put any more on the bottom of it. I don't know, we'll find out. Because the part that's full is the deck at the front and the mezzanine. See, there's one of the Direct's new Citracs over there. They've got a whole heap of them coming. Alright, I'm going to get out and do this. So this video is not up to a good start already. After the first initial hit from the video, I was recording me driving out the yard. Only for some reason I'd switched the camera to photo, so it wasn't recording at all. Oh well. This is sort of take two. What the frig is that noise? Oh mate's got his Arabic music playing next to me. It's loud. Yeah, anyway, I'll get back to the yard in an hour at about, what, about 6:30, here at 7. I'll be back in the yard about 9 o'clock, and if everything goes according to plan, I'll be home about 10. That's if everything goes according to plan. Nothing goes according to plan in the transport industry. You just got to take it as it comes. But yeah, we're only 41 tonne tonight, and we've got another red light. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I tried to do a video last week. I started looking through the footage and I was just not happy. I don't even know how this video is going to go, to tell the truth. I'll endeavour to do my best. I'm just trying to work out something different, so you poor buggers aren't viewing the same garbage all the time. So I don't know what else I can do. Someone suggested to review stuff, but I don't buy anything to review, you know. I might buy some meals, but I don't buy them very often. Lately, if I haven't been cooking my own, I hate microwave meals. But lately, if I haven't been cooking my own, I buy stuff up in Queensland. There's two takeaways up there I'll get stuff out of. One's Japanese and the other one's Korean. And that's about it, you know. And none of you guys are going to be interested in that shit, because how often are you going to go to Marsden, you know? So I can't really review anything. Yeah, because I don't buy much that needs reviewing. Like, so I don't know. I'm just trying to rack my brain to give you guys something a bit different than what I've been dishing out. Oops, maybe you miss gear like that.
Never been the kind to knock on somebody's door and ask them for some help. I just push myself some more. I've carried more than I should have, but I called it doing fine, with a smile that hid the cracks behind these weary eyes of mine. I've worked when I was hurting, I've laughed when times were bad. I buried all my worries the same way I always had. blessing, maybe pride's a curse, but quitting's never crossed my mind. Even at my worst, life don't map out easy road, you just learn to wear the dust. I'm still standing, though I don't know why. After all the storms I walked through, I should have said goodbye. But every time the world tried to knock me off my feet, I'd wipe the dirt away.
Alright, we're out over the Hawkesbury. Bit of roadworks going on as per usual. Been working there for the last few weeks doing stuff. But yeah, we're heading up Joel's now.
What's the roadwork coming in, Sam?
Anyway, yeah, so what's been going on? We idiots on the radio. Yeah, so what's been going on? Well, the weekend just gone. Apparently the Socceroos won a game. I got home Saturday, did a few things around the house. Went out to put rifles in the car to go down the range. Found out my car was unlocked. Every now and then, the back door on the left-hand side doesn't lock with the central locking. And I mustn't have checked it the other day. And some little shit has got in it, because when I opened the driver's or the passenger side front door, contents of the glove box and the centre console was on the passenger seat. What did they steal? $5 in gold coins. My brand new Gerber multi-tool, which give me the shits because I use it when I'm down the range. They took a 30-year-old pair of Ray-Bans, and that's it. They never wrecked anything. Oh, sorry. They took the contents of a Panadol box. Never took the whole box, just took the strips of Panadol out of it. Don't get that. Why not just take the fucking box? Anyway, they're stupid because they opened the back door to get into the front door. How do I know that? Because that's the one that doesn't lock, and the ashtray was open on the back door. What was on the back seat that they didn't see, or they just neglected to look at? One of my DJI cameras, 2 spotting scopes. They left me a Yeti mug, which was about $80 worth. So one spotting scope alone, $600. The other one's not all that dear. One of my DJI cameras, so they left over $1,000 worth of stuff just sitting in the back seat, pretty much. For $5 in gold coins and a Gerber multi-tool and a 30-year-old pair of sunglasses and a couple of strips of Panadol. If I ever catch them, I'll be using them for target practice. So, note to self, make sure all doors on the car are locked once I get out of it. Other than that, I went down the range, spent a couple of hours down there to get to, it's 44, half hour to 45 minutes south of me. It's down around Bateman's Bay area, because we don't have a rifle range in town anymore because people moved into the area and didn't like the sound of rifles once a fucking every week. You know, you're buying in a rural area. It's, you know, it's ridiculous. But that's what happened over the last weekend for me. So I hope everybody else's weekend was pretty good. Other than the grubby little buggers getting into my car, I had no issues. I went for a ride a couple of weeks ago on the bike, which I think I posted some photos up, but only the people that may like the bike stuff saw that. had a bit of an issue there. Some bloke nearly took us out in a car park, and I stopped in a hurry, put my foot down. He nearly T-boned us. Put my foot down, foot went in a bit of a divot in the ground and on some gravel. So me and the missus and the bike went down. The crash bar's copped a couple of marks, and my right hand side pannier got a couple of stone chips on it because of gravel. So I'm going to look for another set of saddlebag guards, ones that wrap around the side. They protect the saddlebags a bit more, but I wasn't too fussed about it. Yeah, it ticked me off. You know, people need to fucking slow down in car parks to start with. And but that's a saddlebag that copped a rub from one of my camera mounts when I did a road trip last year with me and the missus on it. So it has to be repainted anyway. I just haven't had a chance to get anywhere to get it done. We've only got a couple of panel beaters down home, and they are so snowed under it's not funny. So, but we're going into the weighbridge now. Let's see if I can avoid being pulled in, because a couple of weeks ago I got stopped at Mount White on the way down. No, sorry, 12 Mile on the way down. An hour and a half later I got stopped at Mount White, and then that very night again I got stopped at Mount White on the way back up. 3 times in 17 hours they pulled me in. Truck got plugged into, you know, so I asked them, did they just like the look of me truck, or did I do something wrong? They told me I'd get a free prize when I got 5 stamps, so I told them I hoped it was a free pass for 12 months. Here we go, into the weighbridge. All right, I'm going to sign off. Righto, so same guys as last time. I've got a puncher though. I've picked up a puncher between the yard and here, so they've defected the trailer. I've ring direct. They've allowed me to drive to Wyong, to the service station at Wyong. So I've got to get it repaired there. The boys will just come out and I'll change a tyre over. The worst thing is I've got smalls on, which is the urgent stuff. So I'm just going to get delayed going in now. Oh well, can't help getting a puncher. Had it on the truck there last week, so don't often get them. But, so I said to the boys when I left there, I said, what, same time next week? A bit of a chuckle, a bit of a joke. So, all right, let's get ourselves to Wyong, and we'll hurry up and wait for someone to come out for this trailer to be fucking fixed up. Righto, so here we are at Wyong. I've got the only spot I can park. I've put one triangle down there. I suppose I better show you. Put one triangle down there just so people know. I'm actually in the back driveway because there's nowhere to park. There would have been, maybe, but there's 3 caravans parked down there. The other side of me there's a trailer and a tipper parked. And in front of me there's a prime mover and a another truck parked, and then there's trailer dumped up there. So all these places end up with people just dumping trailers and vehicles in them, and then they fuck off. So leave no parking. And then when you get down there, you got 3 caravans parked. All right. Now there's a spot up the back they can park further away. They can park up there away from stuff, you know. But this is my trailer tyre. It's off the bead. It wasn't off the bead when I was down there at the Mount White check-in station on the inside. Now it is. So we're just going to sit here and wait now. I've been here about half an hour. They said old mate would be about an hour away. So hopefully he's here at 11. We'll see what happens. If someone moves in front of me, I might be able to jag a spot, but there's no one's going to shift from here. So it's yeah, everything's full or got something in it that you can't get another truck in. So we're just going to have to sit here and wait. Well, that's trucking. Well, we're on our way. New tyre on the trailer. That bloke, for frig's sake, young bloke that came out to do that. Oh God, I hate this bit of road. Jesus Christ. The young bloke that came out to do that did not stuff around, got the job done ASAP, owns his own shop, only a young fella, absolute legend of a bloke. So if you're up this way somewhere, call Berkeley Vale Tyre Service. Harry's his name, and yeah, I think he said he's got 2 shops. One at shit, where did he say it was? Can't remember now, but he's got 2 shops. Yeah, Berkeley Vale Tyre Service. Give him a holler if you're in trouble, and yeah, he'll sort you out. He did not. We got more roadworks. He did not stuff around, eh? He was there when he said he was going to be there, and 20 minutes, tyre was off, chained, like not a whole wheel and tyre. It was tyre off the rim, new tyre on. So it wasn't just change rim and tyre. So yeah, but absolutely recommend that young fella. No worries at all. All right, see what else has got up the road ahead of me tonight. I lost just over an hour there between the weighbridge and getting the tyre sorted. I lost just over an hour, so I don't need any more bloody hold-ups because, yeah, as it is, if you leave about 8:30, going to get into Brisbane about, what's that, 7 o'clock, thereabouts, just after 7, and I've lost an hour, so it's just after 8. And I've got to be off the road by about 10 past, 9:15. So, yeah, I'll try and make this as quick as I can. So we don't need... The reason why I've got to be off the road that early is because I start in Nowra, see? So all the nights to have a breakdown, Monday's the worst night for me. So, you know... Friday's a bit of an issue too, but you know, it's a little bit less of a problem because I can actually stop on the way home, but it was this freight's got to get there. So okay, I'll spin this camera back around and we'll get going, and just yeah, keep throttle on.
Southbound, we have mobile works in the left lane approaching Q Road. Please use the right lane. Thank you.
If I've learned one thing from all these miles I've traveled through, a man can carry heavy load, but it's a whole lot lighter when he's walking next to you. The amount of time I spend in rooms where tomorrow looked unsure, doctors talking quietly outside a closing door. I never asked them questions that I didn't need to hear. I just pictured coming home to the ones that I held dear. You never asked for glory, never wanted any praise. You just loved me through the hard times and the ordinary days. You were always in my corner, steady as the setting sun. When I thought the fight was over, you'd remind me I wasn't done. Looking in the mirror now, these scars tell where I've been. Not everyone is visible upon my weathered skin. The deepest ones are carried where nobody else can see. They're the ones that made the man still looking back at me. I'm still standing, and I still believe the best things in this life are the ones you can never leave. Not the money or the trophies or the stories people tell, just the love that got you through when life was raising hell. If tomorrow is my last day, I won't have one regret. I'd live this life the same way every chance I'd get. 'Cause every road I chose somehow led me to the truth. I found my strength inside myself, but I found my heart in you. I never claimed to be a hero, never said I'd done it right. I just kept putting one boot in front of the other and kept fighting the good fight.
So here we are, we're rolling along nicely. Just going over the Manning River, just past Taree now. So, it's pretty quiet out here. I've only seen a couple of trucks on my side of the road. There's not much going the other way either. But then again, like, I'm on a different run now, so. But then it's always been quiet when I leave. Doesn't matter what day, what time, it's always been quiet. So, yeah, we just have to keep trudging along. It's, what is it now? 1:45. So, I'm trying to work out where to have my next break. I won't make Ballina because it's too far away. So, I'm trying to work out, do I just pull up somewhere up here, have another 15? Maybe do I stop? I hate stopping at Nambucca just because you can't get a park. The place is always chockers. So I might just pull up on the side of the road somewhere like Barry's Creek again, have 15, or even up a bit further past Clybucca or something. I don't know. Make myself a cuppa and yeah, just continue on up the road that way then. by right, so I should only have to have another 15 minutes because I had over an hour back down there. So waiting for the tyre to get repaired. But we'll see what happens, see how I feel. What have I got? Hang on. Let's see what I've got left to work before I have to have a break. So I'm at Cundletown now. Three hours and 40 minutes. I'd make Halfway Creek, but I don't always like to run to the end of me limit, just in case you get there and you can't park. So I always stop well before my limit is of driving is up. So yeah, I might just stop at Barry's Creek again, have a break there, and yeah, just get going. So see what my logbook says after that. If I have 15 and then I've got to have another 15, then so be it. But I should not have to have another 15 minutes. I think 15 minutes, like I've already had my hour's break, so 15 minutes should be it. I don't want to have an extra break if I don't need to, because it'll put me closer to my 17-hour allowable work time limit. So, because I'm only allowed to work 14 hours, but I've only got 17 hours from the time I started yesterday afternoon to cover that 14 hours. So, which I said, which will be up around about 9:10 in the morning. So any longer breaks or any more breaks than I need is going to put me closer to that limit. So, and I always want to get in with plenty of time up my sleeve. So from Barry's Creek up, it's about five and a bit hours, whatever it is, 5.5 hours or something. So, and I'm going to cop traffic at the other end. So I'm trying to work out, do I go just that little bit further and then have 15 minutes somewhere the other side of Coffs, which I said is Halfway Creek, but it's putting close to my limit of time. But then that gives me a lot more time to get into the other end of it. We'll nut it out. Nut it out. So I've decided to pull up here at Barry's Creek. I'll just have 15 minutes here, and if I've got to have another 15 up the road just to help me get in, I will. But I'm going to try and limit, like I said, how much time I have resting to give me the chance to get in up there with plenty of time. So at the moment, my GPS says I'll arrive at 7:46. So we may as well say 8 o'clock now that I'm going to have a rest. So 8 o'clock, and I'll probably lose 15 minutes up there at the other end doing traffic. So we'll say 8:15. So if I had another 15 minutes, it'll put me up there about 8:30, 8:45. And I got to be off the road just after 9 o'clock. So I'm going to restrict it if I have to. I'll make it with my rest there. Like I've already had enough rest, but yeah, I'll just have to watch the clock and watch the traffic. And yeah, so I've set me target into the GPS just so it gives me a breakdown of what it's going to be. That'll give me delays on the highway once I get up that way, because like I said, with GPS I have it connected to my phone. So yeah, I'll just have 15 minutes here. Might make myself a small wrap and yeah, might make myself another cuppa, and yeah, that'll do. All right, I'll get in and do this, and yeah, give myself motoring afterwards. Pretty simple, just chicken, cream cheese and sprouts for a wrap. Nothing flash, just enough to feed the worms. Water's nearly done. That's my healthy snack. All right, I'm gonna sit here and have this and have me cuppa. Better put a bit of milk in me tea.
Alright.
Oh, great. So apparently it's raining. Oh, now my milk's freaking leaked. For sake. That's all I fucking need. All right, I'm gonna get out and get some stuff to clean this fucking fridge out now. That's handy as. I don't need this shit right now, but I've got to deal with it. Righto, so my 15-minute stop has now been 21.5 minutes, thanks to me fridge clean-up. So let's get the hell out of here, eh? Help if I take the maxis off. So according to that, I'm going to need another 15-minute break up the road because it says I'll arrive in 5 hours and 5 minutes. That says I'm going to have a break in 5 hours and 15 minutes. And it's going to take every bit of 5 hours and 15 minutes to get there from here. So we'll go to Ballina. We'll have another break at Ballina and just 15 minutes there. I thought I might have had to. Bit of a pain in the butt, but it's the way it is. So
the diesel hums beneath my seat, a lullaby from the engine's beat. The moonlight paints the highway white, just me and this rig in the dead of night. Every signpost whispers home, but the road's so long and I'm alone. Chasing the center line, mile by mile, through the dark with a weary smile. The headlights cut the night in two, one stride closer to getting to you. Chasing the center line, chasing you. Coffee's hot and it keeps me awake. For every gear change and mile I make, I see your face in every star, but the stars like you are just way too far. The highway bends, the markers fade, yet your love's the map I've always obeyed. Chasing the center line, mile by mile, through the dark with a weary smile. The headlights cut the night in two, one stride closer to getting to you. Chasing the center line, chasing you. Every overpass, every hill, the thought of you is what drives me still. When the white lines blur, your voice stays clear. In the hum of the engine, I feel you near. Chasing the center line, mile by mile, through the dark with a weary smile. The headlights cut the night in two, one stride closer to getting to you. Chasing the center line, chasing you.
glad I'm not going that way. This way will be bad enough. Well, that's it. I just got my 30-minute warning that I was about to breach, or I'll breach in 30 minutes. So I made it with half an hour to spare, which is good timing. I'll drop these things here. They can get them into the sheds, onto the docks, and I'm going to go and park up. Alright, I'm going to go and unhitch, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'll see you later.